All right, Josh Gordon basically got kicked out the league again. He goes back on the exempt list because he can't stay off the weed then. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And they said substance abuse, but I believe it's marijuana. That's what got him put out the league. Even though most people believe marijuana shouldn't be tested for when you're dealing with only when you're dealing with machinery or whatever. What's funny is, most jobs look at it like, if you got weed in your system, even if you wasn't high, and even if they test you and you drop something at the job where you tear up, I seen somebody TP a trailer, coming out too high, whatever it was, on a high-low, and they test them and they test positive for weed, they fire them. But then again, just because it's in my system don't mean I was high. When I come into work, was I high? Did I smell like weed? You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it. Check out our NFL playlist. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video quest. Keep sharing the videos, all that good stuff. So, with him, like I said before, weed is the addiction. I remember brothers say, I can stop when I want to stop. Niggas still ain't stopped to this day. And weed is an addictive drug. People say it's from the earth. The weed y'all smoking ain't from the earth. It's played with. Sometimes they put rat poison. They put all types of stuff in marijuana now. They're not smoking pure marijuana. When people say that's a joke. And most people say marijuana is addictive because maybe the blunt wraps, the backwood wraps that people smoking in, it's the tobacco that make it addictive. When you hear Wiz Khalifa say he don't smoke nothing but papers, but this just shows you an example how marijuana can be addictive, And people say Tupac used to smoke weed and he used to go crazy. You used to hear those stories, and weed has a different effect on everybody, like different medicines or, prescriptions have a different effect on different people, but my whole thing about it is, just shows you how I can tear it up. And then alcohol took away Justin Blackman's career. He was a phenomenal receiver, could have easily been one of the best receivers or greatest receivers of all time, but he couldn't stop drinking. When you're dealing with a contact sport like this, sometimes your outlet is alcohol, sometimes your outlet is drugs, sometimes your outlet is marijuana, sometimes your outlet is, whatever, going to the club. When you taking traumatic contact to the head, you don't know what it's going to do. Some people say, well, this guy played junior seau, played this many years, but he never refrained to this or whatever it was. Everybody is different. Everybody upbringing is different. Everybody DNA chromosomes is different. And that's what people got to understand. It with Josh Gordon, for him not to be able to stay off the drug, and then when he off the drugs, he don't perform the same way. That's the crazy thing. When he on the drugs, he a phenomenal receiver, and that just shows you that it's deeper than football. It's deeper, than that. And people don't think it's addictive. They shouldn't have, what you call rehabs for marijuana. It ain't marijuana. Stop looking at it as it's pure marijuana. These kids smoking all types of thrax and drugs today, man. And like I said, it's just as addictive as crack cocaine. That's cocaine, depending on the person. So, it is what it is, man. Hopefully Josh Gordon get another shot. Remember, he was selling cars in Cleveland when he was suspended, man. But you just, you hope for a guy to be able to get his act together and be able to really, succeed, the issues. But you got to understand football. I know guys used to play that was high, and they couldn't function and play football good unless they was high. Randy Moss, and you look at Rand University, his 30 for 30, all his boys used to play when they was high. Should that be a factor if you play or not? No, it shouldn't be a factor if you do or do not perform in the National Football League. But then again, like Tupac said, that's just the way it is. But you seeing people places like where I'm at, Michigan, made marijuana, legal. You can go to LAX with a certain amount of marijuana in your carry-on. So, I think you can do it in Denver as well too. In Colorado, you gotta double check this in the airport. You can carry some stuff, on you, man. But people gotta stop looking at marijuana like this is like the weed Rick James and George Clinton used to smoke. This is just a whole different mutated animal, man. And that's what people kind of got to wake up and realize. This ain't the marijuana that your grandpappy and your grandmammy used to smoke, or if they did smoke, or the hippies used to smoke. This is a whole different beast, and that's what people got to understand. But, I think Josh Gordon's career over with. Think about it. He couldn't stop smoking weed to make millions. If that ain't an addiction, I don't know what addiction is, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Check out our NFL playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. The fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Also got a Facebook group. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJGood313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the videos. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. We gone.